I know, Scott.
Friends, don't forget to like and subscribe. Always, people. Always.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Tommy Casabona. Tommy, come on out.
Hey, it's us, guys. How you doing? Kay's here. I'm here. We're hanging out. Shout out to the ship show. Again, as usual, they will be on after us. Scott is always extra. I don't know how to turn that off. I don't want to. I need to hear out of there, but I don't like the echo. You know what I mean? Can you guys hear? Can we get an audio check? Can you get the microphone going?
Check.
Is there an echo?
Hold on.
All right. So now we got to work on the echo. Does that help the echo? How about that? Is it still echoing? Damn echo. Let go my echo. Major echo.
Maybe it's just your mic. Is it my mic too?
We're good.
Massive echo.
Carol's still messing. You guys are. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to give you guys some credit right now because you guys are very creative when you're talking about describing an echo. I got major echo. I got heavy echo. I got Elvis rehab. I got a regular echo. I got massive echo. See that massive echo?
Massive. That's
There's a massive echo.
Massive.
And we're back though. I think we're good.
Echo
Good.
done.
How about Kay? Can you guys
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Hello?
that is
Pricing for food?
that is Wanda.
Oh, hello, Wanda. Nice to meet you too.
Kay knows Wanda from the group. You know what I mean? We have an Always Be Both Cruise and Travel Lounge on Facebook, so people know each other. I would like to start saying hello to people. Hello, Nancy. Nancy is in the building. We have the lovely Mallory. We have Daniel, so that's a complete Dancy. We have both. We have Wanda. We have Carol. We have Sandy. We have Scott. We have Cindy. Stephanie's in the house. We have... I think I got everybody there so far. That was, yeah, I know. So I said Scott, I think. So this is truly, these are margarita style Trulies. Cheers.
Cheers.
And, yeah, it's a little, you know what? We cheated. We did cheat. So it is what it is. I found out it was national. You know how I found out?
No, how?
Crazy Uncle Mike's does Whiskey Wednesdays, and they do videos, and they do little Instagram shorts or reels or whatever they do. And the guy there, Eric, he jumps on and he talks about whiskey, but he couldn't ignore the fact that
Margarita Wednesday, huh?
that it's Margarita Wednesday. He stepped in on Margarita Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to give a big, huge apology right now. I did forget the lovely, talented, vivacious cruising diva Tiffany. Tiffany's in the building, so sorry about that. Kay, your mic is a little low, quiet, but we can hear you. I don't want you guys to have to struggle to hear Kay's lovely voice. Mallory, I definitely said you, Mallory. Mallory, that's her. She's got a theme song. Yeah. Mallory, I should have an audio with that, like I have certain ones, like I have
Definitely need audio with that.
Somebody's gonna friggin' pay for screwing up my vacation.
I should have something like that for Mallory. So what's going on? How's everybody doing? Dave is in the building. So I have been in a freaking editing bubble the last two, and Kay will tell you, through the night. Literally through the night, I'm freaking trying to edit. I think the video podcasts won't be that much of a problem. I think I could probably pull them off. That was complicated for the first one, trying to figure out how to do it and try to like match up the audio and everything. But I think going forward, that's going to be fine. And I do want to say something, and I want to thank you guys all because this is crazy. I hit it today. 2,000 YouTube subscribers.
Oh, that's huge. Yay.
Thank you.
Like cheering effects?
Oh, wow. Do I? Look at that. 2,000, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So, does it stop? Do they stop? I am nowhere near Wanda cruising for food. When does it stop? Okay, the crowd subsided finally. Listen, they were very excited about the 2,000. You got to give them a little bit of credit. So, again, 2,000 is nothing. When you look up and down the line of all the YouTubers that are out there, like Wanda, the big shots like Wanda, who's got 3,000, I got a ways to go. But we all know YouTube hasn't been a big focus of mine per se. So I think we have to. I think we gotta work harder. With the videos that are coming out, I think we're going. No, it's not a competition, Wanda. You're 100% right. But we all measure to see where we are, what we're doing, how we're doing in this life. And you're crazy if you're not gonna check the temperature and see what everybody else is doing out there. Wanda, by the time I get to 5,000, I hope you're at 10,000. No, it's not a competition. You're right, but we're trying to get that. The Steph wants to pew 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 pew. But is the audio okay? Are we over the top with it? Is it less than perfect?
Am I too loud now?
Let me know. Kay, why don't you introduce yourself and speak for 5 minutes straight? Go ahead.
Oh, 5 minutes. You don't want to hear me speak for 5 minutes. Hi, everybody. Those that don't know me, I'm Kay.
I didn't tell her I was doing this either.
You didn't. So that's about all you really need to know about me.
No, Kay is...
I have been home for almost 2 weeks now, y'all, and I think I'm driving Tommy insane. I think he's ready for me to peace out again.
I don't know where she gets that from. I am used to having... While I am a solitudinist, I am a loner in a lot of ways. I am used to, from New York City, having a bustling living situation, a lot of people around. I listen out this window, and it's crickets. There's maybe a bird or two. There's no real noise, you know. While I'm in New York and I complain about the ambulances and the construction in the street, I don't really know what to do with a lot of silence. You know what I mean? It freaks me out a little bit. So I am a little bit loud, or Kay is a little bit low. Audio good? Daniel, you just said 3 different things right there. Dan, you got to cut you. Big shout out to Daniel. Back to health. Shout out to Beatrix. Back to health as well. And we're happy that she everybody's who's getting COVID now is quickly testing negative. Let me boost Kay up a little bit. Kay, give a check.
Like mic check?
Yeah.
Mic check?
I also talk loud. You know what I mean? I talk loud a little bit. I project a little bit. Scott says, we know that Tommy likes your refrigerator stock and then restocks it, then eats it, and then restock.
There is nothing to stock.
These people.
There's never anything. There's salsa. There's salsa in there right now and eggs. There's a lot of beer, and I don't know why.
I got to tell you, you guys pay attention. Scott knows about the stocking and restocking and then the re-eating. It does happen.
It does happen.
It does.
It does happen. And I tell him don't.
All right, so Nancy's asking a question. Tommy, why you love New Orleans? Well, first of all, because you guys were my first point of contact there. When I was walking around New Orleans, I fell in love with it immediately. Just going from the bars to listening to all-female cover bands singing Metallica to country honky-tonk to everything. And then I got the text from you and Dan saying that you weren't far away and you were going to be heading over. And then after that, I would lost you guys, but then we saw the ship show with everybody from that camp, and then I had a great night. So when you could walk down a street like Bourbon Street and just kind of see so many different types of music, from stuff that came out last month to stuff that's 50 years old, and everybody seems to be very, very talented. That's what I loved about New Orleans for the most part. Also, it's a great food. It's a great food country, and I love the fact that it plays a lot of country music. It's got a good mix of southern twang and also a lot of exotic, mysterious type of vibe too as well. What do you think about New Orleans?
I like New Orleans. Not New Orleans. I like New Orleans.
New Orleans.
No, I haven't been there in several years. And I asked him to bring back beignet mix, everyone, and he did not.
Mix?
Yes, I told you it's in the yellow box. It's
Listen, me and Kay come from a different time, and Kay is forgetting the fact that she could go on Amazon and have it here in 4 hours. I did off. By the way,
going on Amazon and looking at it.
The muffaletta, the Italian sandwich, the muffaletta mix. I did order. The Central Grocery is the famous one. So I did order some muffaletta mix, and it's on the way. It'll be here any day now.
What is muffaletta?
Muffaletta is it's an Italian hero. They do it different. Listen, it's weird. It's not as good as Long Island or Brooklyn or Queens, an Italian hoagie, like an Italian hero. It is good though. It's like a round sandwich with some pre-cut cold cuts on it. But what's good about the muffaletta is it's like a little bit of an olive spread. Now, talking food with Kay is a waste of time because she's like, I made something for her once. The last time I made something for her, I said, I think you're gonna like this. Kay. Why don't you try to eat it? She took a bite and she goes, it's too zesty. I'm like, bro, are you not into that's flavor? You don't like flavor?
I'm pretty plain. Cafe, yes, that's it. Thank you, Daniel and Tiffany. Yes.
Cafe beignet?
Yeah, the Cafe
Dumont. Dumont. Oh, the beignet Cafe beignet too is another one. Cafe Dumont, yeah.
That's the yellow box, right, y'all?
Yeah. Yeah, Tiff, it didn't say. We have it in the store. It just doesn't say muffaletta mix. It says olive mix for hoagies or olive mix for hero sandwiches or whatever it is. So I ordered some from Central Grocery. I would imagine that it's really, really good if you make it yourself. It probably makes a big bit of difference if you're doing it that way. Did you make that waffle fry thing that you had on Instagram? Yes, I made the waffle fry thing last night. I had a hankering. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes you're just scrolling. You're in a chair. 1 minute you're in a chair scrolling, and then you see something on Instagram, and next thing you know, I run past her out the door, sprinting to the car, and I'm like, I gotta go. And I'm back, and there's waffle, cheese, pepperoni, tomato sauce fries coming. Wanda says, Kay looks much younger than me. I agree with you, Wanda, 100%. I am
only 27.
I had to have some, so you guys got to hang out with me every week, so I had to bring in a little bit of eye candy, every once in a while. Maybe we'll do like a once a month, Kay.
Oh, once a month? I told you I'd do it.
Well, we could do every day. We could do every week, but Kay is barely in town.
I've been home for 2 weeks.
Kay, wait, what? You have been?
Almost. I got home, Tuesday last week?
Yeah, I think so. What time is it? So, I'm stalling a little bit because of the fact that I did say we would hang out until the ship show starts. And the minute I wrote that, the minute I said I will hang out and we'll do this until the ship show gets going, I immediately regretted it because there is none of us know if and or when the ship show will start, but at the same time I did commit to that, so let's do it. So I guess, and I kind of screwed up a little bit. I'm gonna have to, and you're gonna have to bear with me, because I am gonna have to try to quick Google some answers while I do this too. We'll get into the trivia right now, and let's see what it does. Let's see where we go from here. Let's see if this works.
Did anybody sign the baseball?
Wait, what?
Your baseball. What's back here?
Hold on, let's see if this works. Oh, yeah, the baseball. That's Mariano Rivera. My brother got me that. There we go. See that? Look at that.
Oh.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
But then it looks like Kay's got an ABB crown.
I do. Wait, it's this way. That's this way.
Every third Thursday with Kay, or is it Key? Don't you dare, Daniel. Don't you start that conversation. Maybe we'll call Coco. Can we just call you Coco K?
Coco K.
The ship show will be 11 p.m. tonight now. It's very likely. So John is in Orlando, right? I think he's in Orlando. I don't know if he's doing the whole thing with all the bells and whistles with Larry, or he's just doing a solo thing from Orlando, but we'll see. Crap, every third Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday, every third Wednesday with Coco K. You might have to commit to that no matter where you are. You might have to be in some freaking bar in Minnesota, and you might have to patch in.
Oh, could I patch in that way?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Okay, let's do this. So we'll do the first question. I'm trying to hope that I know the answers. I think I know most answers. Guys, let's try. Scott, I love you. I love you. You're my guy. But I would like to see a little bit more competition this week. I know Mallory's in the building, and I know a lot of times Mallory is oftentimes a good competition for Scott. The problem is that most of you guys get it, and if you just answered a little bit quicker, you would beat Scott. But Scott just happens to be pretty quick, which is crazy. I want Wednesday before you cruise, you do a packing live like John. I can't do that, Wanda. The reason I can't do that is because when I pack, I'm doing it basically at the 11th hour. So I fall asleep the night before the cruise, and usually my laundry that I'm planning on taking on the cruise is still in the dryer. So there is a level of stress that comes, and then I'll just not get out of bed till 11:15 either. And then there's a level of stress that happens to where it's a race for time, and it just wouldn't be good. It's not made for TV. Scott says he's glad. See, everybody else in here should take that as an insult. Cindy, Daniel, everybody. I'm just reading names that I'm seeing. Wanda. Scott is saying, I'm glad Mallory is here because none of you can be a match for him. So, yeah, Scott probably does have 3 screens. We'll see. I don't want to make excuses. Listen, kudos to Scott for doing pretty well at this. Let's get into the first question. Here we go. Name the Carnival cruise ship that sails out of New Orleans right now. The Carnival ship that sails out of New Orleans right now. Give it to me. Let's see what happens. These are freaking terrible.
Do not recommend. Is yours really sweet?
It's just bad. Strong unrecommend. I truly despise this product. Glory, no. Ladies and gentlemen, Tiffany is on the board. Tiffany says Glory. And Tiffany is... no, I'm sorry.
Tiffany said Valor.
Wait, Valor. It's the Valor. Wait, is it the Glory or the Valor? It might be both.
Do I need to Google?
Yeah. Okay, you should be fact-checking right now.
I should be fact-checking.
We're off to a great start. Listen, we're having fun, right? We're hanging out.
I wasn't aware of my role fully.
It might be both. Could it be both? Tiffany Epiphany. I like that. That's kind of good.
Who can type it faster?
So there are two. Carol Chalafor in the building with a super chat. Carol, thank you so much. Very, very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much. All right, so it is both. I had a feeling it might be both. Carnival has two ships that are going out of New Orleans right now. So because of that, we're going to have to give this one to Carrie. Right?
Yep.
Carrie
first with the Glory.
Carrie is on the board. Scott was close. Tiffany was close. Technically, Carrie answered. She answered correctly, and she answered first. So, yeah, that's... I do apologize. But, Carol, thank you again so much. What did Wanda say? What did she come with? You rock, Carol. Nice sticker. I love how Tommy doesn't know the answers. No, it's not good. That's not good. I'll give you that, Wanda. That's not good that I don't know the answers. And I got to be better.
Wanda, it might be the truly, not going to lie.
Yeah, the 2 sips of the awful truly might have been it. All right. It wouldn't let you send a super chat? Okay, so if you have to send a super chat, if you do it via sticker, I guess, is the message from Carol. Scott is losing his touch. Let's not count Scott out yet because, this is just the first question. We'll go to the second question right now, and it is all of our hope that I will know the answer to the question. Let's go. Name the Carnival Corporation CEO who replaced Arnold Donald. The Carnival CEO, a big shot, a suit, an executive, a dignitary, if you will, a gentleman who replaced the world-famous, longtime Carnival Corporation CEO, Arnold Donald. What is his name? Who is he? Let us know. Big shout out to Positive Vibes Adventures in the building. Good to see you guys. We met on the Vloggers Extravaganza, as I like to call it. And that's it. So we had some fun times. We had that one fun night where there was a big argument over which theme song of mine was better, the first one or the second one. It's not Duffy. Duffy is the CEO of Carnival Cruise Line. We're talking about the big shot, the person who is right under, who is the CEO, who runs the whole show. Scott Stevenson, who has no interest in Carnival cruising, is correct. He answered it twice. You spelt it wrong the first time. You were going to get it either way off. You were not way off, Daniel. That was close. She's just the... Tanya? Tiffany. Are you drinking margaritas, Tiffany? What's going on? I sound like RuPaul. I don't want to sound like RuPaul when I say anything. What did I say? Extravaganza? Maybe that's it.
No.
Jeez, the ship show comes in with a bomb, a heavyweight blast, a big-time super chat. Super chat. And Big John likes the show. John, thank you so much. We're all excited for the ship show tonight. I did make a commitment that I'm going to try to keep tonight, and that is to stay on until you get on. So work with me, homie. I do appreciate you acknowledging the shirt. Love the shirt. I got to tell you, the ship show merchandise, okay? We all buy it because we like the ship show. But it's comfortable. It's very breathable. It's very, very soft to sleep in. It's very, very soft to run errands in. And it's very, very soft to go to the gym and act like you're exerting yourself when you do it as well. The ship show in the building. John, thank you so much again. And for that, we're going to do it again for you. Super chat. That right there is a tripleta, and is one of the best things that I can offer anybody right there. Yes, you're going to get that sandwich, Sandy. Scott answered the second question, so Scott is on the board. And we got a tie between Carrie and Scott, and we are going to move on to question number 3. Here we go. What is the first tier on MSC's loyalty program? MSC has a loyalty program. MSC has a loyalty program just like all the other cruise lines. What is the first tier on MSC? I don't remember what the answer is, but if you say it, I'll know it.
Do I need to Google this?
It's not blue. It's not a color. Yes, Wanda, it is from your homeland. It is such a freaking good sandwich. You know what it is? Scott is probably Googling, but we gotta beat Scott to the Google. It's not Bella. It's a basic word. I know it's a basic word. Boom, Scott. Freaking Scott. Scott got it. Scott got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott got it. AJ's in the building. What's going on, AJ? How are you? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, no, it's it's classic. That's what it is. I said it was a basic word.
You did.
Yeah. So
It's totally basic.
that's it, man. That's it. So 2 weeks from today, Sandy and I will be getting a tripleta. Positive vibes with the super chat. Speaking of tripleta, thank you so much, guys. Super chat. Yeah.
That's good.
If you are in San Juan, you know what, a tripleta's sort of like a freaking, it's become all the rage, even though it's been around forever in New York. Wanda will attest to this from back in the day. A chopped cheese sandwich out of New York. They're really kind of having a little bit of a renaissance period. And the tripleta is almost like a kicked up chopped cheese, if you really break it down. All right. Jennifer's in the building, just popping in after work to say hi. Trivia is fun. Well, don't just pop in. Get comfortable. Grab some popcorn. Grab dare I say, a margarita. You know what? I'm going to take
Truly.
Here's the answer. When the drink sucks, there's only one thing to do. If the drink sucks, there's only one thing to do.
Drink it all.
No, don't do that. Definitely don't do that.
Those are really bad.
Yeah, they're bad, especially if you try to chug. AJ's in the building. Jennifer, shout out to Melody. I met Melody.
Did you?
Melody is AJ's wife, and we had a really good, long, fun night at the whiskey bar. Tiffany was there as well. We had fun.
Oh, in New Orleans.
Chipped beef. That's like, I guess chipped beef. I never heard it called that, but that's like chipped ham. They call that in Pittsburgh. Chipped ham. Yeah, you guys got to get the tripleta. And Carol and Sandra, you have to remind Angela that me and her are to be wed. Ship Show says, a lot of people don't know this, but a tripleta is actually a slang term for the shrimp cocktail on Carnival. I could absolutely see that. John, I got to release a video of you. When we were at that table on the night of my birthday on the ship, you sat down at our table and you had one hell of a rooster rant. Carol and Sandy, you would have loved this rant. Wanda, you weren't there either. You would have loved this too. The rooster went on a rant. Remember, I turned the camera off and you said, "Hold on." I was about to go on a rant. I was like, "Well, let me fire her back up and see what's on her way here." What question are we on? 4?
Yes.
Okay, Scott got that one too. So Scott has 2. He's in the lead. Carrie has 1. We're going to question number 4. What is the official name for the LA cruise port? The LA cruise port, we know, Long Beach, cruising out of Los Angeles, whatever we say, California, West Coast, whatever we say, cruising out of California. But the port has an actual name. What is the actual name of the port? Do you guys know? Do I know?
I don't know. Do you know? I was just
Yes.
going to ask. Do you know that?
I think I know. Cruising for Fort? No, not San Pedro. San Pedro? No.
Is that like
Daniel Fields, what is the reset line? You got to help me out here. Daniel Fields, are you like basically saying, am I wrong? It's San Pedro? I got another name for it. And I'm going with my name, and I'm standing strong with it. Has a rooster rant ever been directed at you, Carol? Ladies and gentlemen, Scott. Oh!
No.
Oh, no, Daniel's not right.
That's not right?
Daniel, you kind of banged that one up a little bit. I would love to give you this credit and not give it to Scott. And no offense, Scott. It's just you win a lot. World Cruise Port of Los Angeles. Los Angeles World Cruise Center. It's...
Wow.
Hey, Siri. What's the name of the Los Angeles cruise port?
Here's an answer from Wikipedia.
Hold on. The World Cruise Center is the right answer. It's kind of cut and dry. Scott, I'm not mad at you, Scott. I'm just trying to mix it up here. And I don't want you to stop trying because that wouldn't be fair either. Scott's got 3. Carrie's got 1. Epcot is close. Epcot is very, very close. Jay Alexander's in the building. You got it right. You just weren't first. Cruising for food. I hope to get a cruise. You're talking about Positive Vibes. I had a great time with Positive Vibes. That was a lot of fun. It was really, really cool meeting some people that I hadn't met before, and I had a good time. But that was the night we did. That was at Spice H2O. We closed the bar down at Spice H2O. That might have been my drunkest night. Olympus closed. Sandra, what the hell is a rooster rant? I don't know, Sandra. I think you could probably guess what that might be if you put the old 2 plus the 2 together. Port of Long Beach. Yeah, Port of Long Beach is the area. I would have said Port of Long Beach. That's what it was. But it's the World Cruise Center. You got to give us some time. Sandra, like Tommy says, you got to give us some time. Yeah, we all need time. Nobody has called me out. He didn't use my name, but I knew. Okay. And Tony from Positive Vibes, yes, we will sure make that happen on the Hugh C's Cruising for Food. All right, there's a conversation I'm not involved in, and I keep chiming in on. I shouldn't do that. How much time? Like 2 hours for the ship show. You know, I love the ship show. The only thing is that, you know, the inside jokes. I never get any of the inside jokes on the ship show. That's an inside joke. Okay, Sandra wants me to revert to Sandy. I do apologize. Sandy, I do call you Sandy. We got a retracted message from Antonia. It happens. Glad you got your drunkest moment. Exactly. That was... Yeah, glad we got your drunkest moment. Yes. Well, there was a good amount of drunk moments. That was a remarkably light drinking cruise for me. I can say that maybe I had 2 or 3 drunk nights. I basically drank every day except 2, but I was only really drunk maybe 2 or 3 nights. Tiffany, you could remind me how many nights was? Well, I mean, there was that first night I bumped into you. We hit it pretty hard, I think, right? Sandy needs an alter ego name. Let's go to question number 5. Hey, Scott, can you go outside? I'm just kidding. If you are at an establishment named the Tap and Still, what port are you in? If you are at an establishment named the Tap and Still, where are you? I snuck that one in there. I didn't announce that it was coming. We'll see what happens. Speedy Scott over there. Speedy Gonzalez.
Can you Google that fast?
Scott just asked John what time the ship show starts. Sandy's on the board, ladies and gentlemen. She eked it out in front of Scott by just a little bit.
Yep.
Sandy,
Go, Sandy.
Sandy, you did a very, very important thing there because that would have started things getting out of control there. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Kokomo was in the building. Big shout out to Joe. Joe, I've been checking out your podcast lately. It's very, very good. It's enjoyable. You guys do a great job. You and your co-host there. Love it. Sandy 1-1. Although Sandy knows her shit. Sandy's not by any stretch a slouch when it comes to cruise information. It's just Scott. He's just so quick with those fingers. All right. So we are going to go to question number 6. Question number 6 is, what is the first Carnival class of ships to introduce Ocean Plaza? Carnival is a cruise line. They have multiple classes of ships, right? And when you consider all those classes of ships, a lot of times they introduce new things, right? Ocean Plaza was introduced. It's a concept on a Carnival ship that was introduced with a particular class of ships. My question to you is, which is the first one? That's a tough one to Google. So if somebody knows this, we're good. John's going to vibe out a little bit. He thinks I'm on a roll. That's right.
Scott's just going to start naming stuff.
Scott, stop. Scott, you're about to get disqualified. Scott, you're out on that one. I'm not. Scott, you disqualified yourself on that answer. Ladies and gentlemen, Carol Chalafor got it. Dream class. Scott, you can get as mad as you want at this, but I am not going to sit here and let you randomize the Carnival Cruise classes of ships. I see what you did, and I'm glad we got Kay here because she sniffed you out. It probably wouldn't have. That would have went right over my head that you were doing that, but Kay got you.
Sorry.
Kay is the police, and Carol, thank Kay because she called it out, and Kay knew exactly what you were doing. So Carol got it. It was introduced on the Dream class of ships, and great job. Carol, we're keeping it close here. Carrie's got 1. Scott's got 3. Sandy's got 1. And Carol has 1 as well. I know. Well, that's the problem. Scott is a Googleavarian. Scott is a Googlearian. No, I shouldn't say that. Scott, I know, even though he's not a Carnivalian, he still knows his shit. He's very, very good. But on that last one, we know what you did. Joe, it's not the Spirit class. Good guess, and that's it. The Magic has it, yes. The Dream has it, and the Magic, Dream, and
Vista?
No, good guess. The Magic, the Dream, and the Magic, the Dream, and the frick. I'm not even looking at the chat because they're gonna say it. Why can't this happens all the time? There's only so much damn cruise information you could keep inside your freaking head. I'm leaving it alone. Cindy's just here to learn the breeze. That's the breeze. This breeze is the other one, right? All right. Listen, I get it. Everybody is going to hate on Scott, and I do get it. He's quick. He's good. He knows his shit. So I'm not hating on Scott, but I'm also not hating on everybody who hates on Scott because it is a little obnoxious, but I get it. All right. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're going to question number 7. Are we ready? You're right, Joe. Scott does not mess around. Boom. Name every ship in Norwegian Sun's class. Name every ship in the Norwegian Sun class.
Do you need another one?
I'll go get it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm on the outside.
No, it's okay. You're on the outside. We got to get you more in the shot.
They don't want to see any more of me.
They definitely want to.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, Wanda's quick with the jokes, huh? Wanda's quick. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Fields is on the board. Scott, I'm just making sure you didn't answer it anywhere else. Yes, Daniel Fields is on the board. Great job, Daniel. The Sun and the Sky. The Dawn is not part of that class. Yeah, Mallory, where are you during this? Mallory's a little quiet, huh? Mallory normally is one of the better performers. Mallory, I had to freaking mail
It's a truly.
a coffee mug to her.
Yeah?
Daniel Fields pulls one out. All right, we're going to question number 8 right now. Recently, two brothers.
Two brothers.
I
think they're probably British.
Recently, 2 brothers were hired. Hired?
Oh my God. How high were you when you wrote
Guys,
this?
I know this is not how you spell things.
Oh my God.
Guys, please, give me a break here. You see I don't even need to read this question. You guys know what the question is.
I mean, I think you need to read it exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tiffany gets it. Tiffany, I'm so freaking proud of you. That was fast. Tiff is on the board. Scott, you got it, but you were a little slow, Scott, on this one. You were a little bit slow. The Cruising Diva is on the board. Guys, we still got issues because Scott is still 3 to everybody else's 1. So we only have 2 questions to be able to at least tie Scott. If somebody else besides, why should this? Oh yeah, you're right, Wanda. Yeah, this is like I think I don't know what happened when I freaking wrote this down. I know how to spell hired, and I know how to spell brothers, but I decided to go rogue. This is not even grammar police. This is This is not grammar prison. This is grammar electric chair right here. Like this is. I just want to treasure it. I just want to look at it and treasure it.
The best
hired.
is that you actually said Britons too. Britain.
You would, and I said too British because I never would have thought I would have said brothers with an I. So clearly, and I don't even smoke drugs. I don't even do drugs, but I had to write hired. H. Wow, that is so typical of someone who is 420 friendly, but not me.
I mean, they might be higher than you.
Sorry, I couldn't read your question fast enough to. Very fun. Scott, that was good. That was pretty funny. Sorry, folks. Tommy has fat fingers. Fat fingers and skinny calves, right? Wanda makes fun of my skinny calves. Kay and Wanda will get along great because Kay has an eye for people who have skinny calves as well. The rest of us will bow out. Nobody should bow out. Nobody should bow out. This is a fair competition. It is what it is. And we are, at the end of the day, having fun out here. I will say that this is much better than last week because Scott kind of ripped through everybody last week, and it was just out of control. It was over before it started last week. So we'll enjoy this week's a little bit more. At least it's a little bit more of a competitive matchup. Bruce Cruise in the building. Adventures. I think I would spell it that way also. Yes, that was a whole lot of Scotch worth of misspelling. Yeah. It is what it is. It happens. I love your skinny chicken legs. Bagok. It's the best I got for you. That's all I got. You did do it. Question number 9. Are you ready? Question number 9. Everybody, fingers on keyboards. Ready? Fingers on keyboards. Ready? Or keyboard on your phone. Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Is it going to be spelled right?
Yes, that's going to be the next game we play. How bad can I screw up the spelling and the grammar?
I'm ready.
Hitting the thumbs up would be great. Any type of subscribing would be great. Guys, I need 5,000 subscribers within 2 months or this whole thing is freaking over. I'm telling you that right now. We got to get 5,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, please make sure you do. Look at me. I'm out here threatening people like it's their freaking job to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Here we go. Question number 9 is, if you were standing next to the Pythons on Wyatt Island, are you on? See, it was a race. It was a rush. It was a rush because you saw I was late today, right? I was freaking running around like a lunatic. Kay's down there freaking enjoying her Mongolian beef, and I'm freaking going crazy.
Sorry.
All right, but if you're on the you guys know what this means. This is not a bad one. Pythons, right? If you're on the Pythons, Mallory, where are you at for this one? Come on. I got to give it to you, Scott. I know you freaking knew it. Kusha, St. Kusha. This shit's contagious. It's contagious. It is contagious.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that is a tough one, Wanda. It is a tough one, but Bruce Cruz got it. Scott got it. Mallory got it. People are getting it, so it's not that tough. But I got to mix in a little bit of a tricky one every now and then. And Scott is a pain in the ass because he is contagious with the spelling. Kalusha. But he got it. Scott is going to take this one home, but that's okay. Scott does a good job. You know what? This is just, let this be sort of like a little bit of a goal. It's like when Mike Tyson was mowing through people in boxing in the freaking 80s. He was 17, 18, 19 years old, just taking people's heads off. Everybody was, listen, you had something to work towards. You had something to get to. That's what Scott's doing in these competitions right here. Pitons. That's how you sell it. That's how you spell it. Pitons. Okay. Pitons. Pitons. I know what to get Tommy for Christmas. Hooked on phonics. Yes. Or a fishing pole. Fishing pole will do. I lost because I proofread what I typed. Bruce Cruz never proofread. Just get it out there and then say it again. Follow it up. Bubba's Cruises and Concerts. Howdy. What's going on, Bubba? Good to see you. Bubba's in the building. Still waiting on that email. Getting that going, autocorrect on the phone, absolutely, that'll get you. All right, this is the final question. Here's the thing. Ready? This is what we're gonna do. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This question, I don't know. I don't know why, but Kay told me to do this, and it's up to her. This is her home, so what she says goes. So she told me that this question right now is worth 4 points. This last question is worth 4 points. So that means that Scott is not necessarily the winner of this particular round of trivia. Why did you do that?
Well, Just want to make it fair.
So you wanted to make it fair, but you looked at this question, you thought it would be appropriate to be like, this has to be 4 points?
This is the one.
Okay. All right.
This is the one.
So this is the one. Final countdown. Who's going to take home all the marbles on this 4-point question? Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. When sailing to Roatan, if you are not at Mahogany Bay, what port are you at? If you're not at Mahogany Bay, what port are you at? Scott, you're not out. Stop it.
You're not out.
He says test.
Cap. Cap.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wanda's in the building. Alfred, I'm sorry. I feel like you may have known it. AJ, I think may have known it, but you clearly wrote Jackson. If you would have just misspelt it, I would have worked with you. But, I mean, you wrote Jackson. If you would have wrote, like, a different letter, Jockson with the X, it's Coxon Hole. I got to give it to Wanda. Wanda is on the board with 1, 2, 3, 4, and that screws everything up because Wanda has previously not answered anything correctly. So now we are at a tie. The winner,
Didn't see that coming.
the winner of this is a tie. Wanda and Scott. Wanda, I don't know how you pulled that out. You got 4 points in the last question. AJ says use dictation, not Coxon Home. Big shout out to everybody who's got a cock in home. But yeah, no, I got you, AJ. I kind of feel like you knew, but when I see Jackson Hall, and then I see a perfectly right answer underneath that, Coxon Hole, I gotta go with the right answer. So it is right. Wherever if your cock's in a hole, or if your cock's in a hole, that's all your business. It's everybody's business. Do whatever you got to do. You want to give it to AJ, ladies and gentlemen. We have a late breaking announcement. Wanda said that she is going to submit her right answer to AJ. AJ is on the board, tied for this week's winner. And with Scott and AJ, we have a two-headed winner this week. AJ got it. AJ did a great job. And I have a feeling you might have known it. It was just like what I was looking at in real time. I saw Jackson Hall and then Coxon Hall. But I agree, probably should have just given it to AJ from right away because of the fact that I would say he clearly looks like he does know. AJ for the win, AJ for the tie. AJ and Scott, great job. Scott says, sorry, not used to Carnival ports. AJ should have it. Carol agrees. So that is all nods go in favor of AJ. AJ, great job. And you crushed it. What do you want me to tell you? Sandra giving the old eye roll to Scott because Scott is one of those. We got to come up with a name for people who think they're too good for Carnival. People who think Carnival, they're above Carnival. You know what I mean? Carnival is not on my level. I'm just kidding, Scott, kind of, but not really. It is what it is. Scott and AJ are going to split a cheeseburger. Well, neither one of you are coming on the group cruise as of now, so I don't know. But Scott's not going to. Scott's not going to go on a Carnival ship. That's kind of how he rolls.
Scott, grow up. Just grow up.
Checking in with the Rooster. Shout out to the Rooster with the DM. What else is going on, guys? Where are we? Scott is at Pinnacle Paul. It's 8:56. Carnival snobs. Yeah, they got plenty of them. So we do have Sandra and Carol. They are going on the Carnival Celebration in just a couple of days. You guys are in luck because I do have a video coming out in just maybe a day or so. I am. It's going to be a full immersive into Carnival Celebration. It's not a ship tour. The ship tour is out, but this is more or less just like a lot of the the ins and the outs of the ship, the entertainment, the venues and things. Bruce Cruz says, I need a new Speedo for my Carnival cruise in November. Yes. I think it's always appropriate to bring your Speedo onto Carnival. Cruising for Food says, do it, AJ and Melody. Yes, wouldn't that be cool if AJ and Melody came on the Carnival Celebration. I remember AJ was a little rough on me. AJ, you're a little rough on me sometimes when you're talking about the MSC and the yacht club and this and that. AJ loves that MSC yacht club. And he's like, Tommy, why don't you sail on the yacht club on MSC? Well, you know what? I'm not a big dog yet. Hopefully one day we'll get there. Joe Kokomo vouches. Celebration is legit. You will have a great time. Positive Vibes Adventures. Did you ever sail on Carnival Celebration? Let us know what you thought of that ship, if you did, or if you have plans to. Scott says, no, I'm definitely not a Pinnacle Paul. I am the exact opposite of that. I brought Carol into the Suite Lounge dressed as a pirate. No Pinnacle Paul here. Scott, you're right. Scott also allowed me to go into the Pinnacle Lounge with a tank top on and start interviewing the guests, asking them what their favorite destinations and ports are. Tess Almond is in the building. Speedos are classy. Europeans wear them. Proof? Well, yeah, I guess,
Yeah, they do.
Scott says, cruising for food. Wanda says, okay then, Scott. Hey, you guys don't fight. Be nice to each other. Europeans do wear Speedos. Are you attracted to a man in a Speedo?
I am not. Nope.
You're not really?
No.
Really?
Are you?
Am I attracted to a man in a Speedo?
I mean, you asked.
I'm not. I am here to go on record to tell you guys, everybody, that I am not attracted to a man in a Speedo.
Yeah, I'm not either. Sorry. Nope. Nope.
Okay, Positive Vibes Adventure says, we sailed on Mardi Gras and loved it. We're trying to book a celebration. Yeah, they're very, very close together. I think what the difference is that I know there's a little bit of a smaller main dining room, I think. I don't even know. No, it's bigger. The main dining room on which is the one that has the bigger main dining room? I have no idea. One of them has the New Orleans style lounge. I think the what is it called? I'm not sure. Scott usually goes Speedo thong. Scott, you go Speedo thong when you're participating in the Quest competition. I think that's it. Kay, say something.
I was going to read, but then I started reading to myself.
All right, so this is going to be up to you guys to keep this chat going, because I'm happy to hang out for a little while. We'll talk, we'll chill, we'll relax, we'll do our thing. And, what else? Ladies and gentlemen, Beatrix is still here. Kay, are you booked on the group cruise?
I am booked on the group cruise.
Okay, so I'm going to flip it back to you. As far as asking questions and interviewing people, what are you most excited about the group cruise?
What am I most excited about? Actually, some drinks.
Kay is not afraid to have a couple of drinks. Kay and I sailed on the Oasis of the Seas. What year was that? 2017, I believe. 2017 or 18?
Yeah. And
that was a big ship. That was a big, ship. Beautiful ship.
Actually, just kind of wandered around it. That was Royal Caribbean, and this time we're on Carnival, right?
Yes,
so,
yes.
Yeah, I want to see this ship because yeah. This is the new one. I remember.
Wow, look at Sandy already ready for the next show. Sorry, Sandy. Trying to have fun. I know it's not the ship show. Still having fun. Trying to do our thing. Wanda does get to meet Kay. You guys are going to love each other. I have to say that I do. Kudos to me. Let's compliment me here because of the fact that I think I bring together a good community of females that are very like-minded and like each other. I am a little disappointed that we are not going to have Deb. We got to do a shot and a drink and a shout-out to Deb for not being on the ship. When we do get on, we'll do a cheers and a toast, and we'll record a little thing for her.
Well,
but yeah,
we do one at every bar?
We'll do one at every bar, but I don't know if we're going to flood Deb with a video from every bar. That would be aggressive. I would, if I was Deb at that point, I would be like, screw these people, I'm out.
She might appreciate it.
What is the northernmost port in Mexico? I don't know. I can't sit here and promise you that I care what the northernmost port, cruise port in Mexico is. Oh, you mean real cruise port that like cruise ships actually go to? Because there's probably a lot of ports in Mexico that are north, but you have to, I guess, define the word cruise. Is it like a yacht? Are we including river cruising yachts and what do they call them? expedition cruises. Wanda loves Sandra and Carol. She thinks she will love Kay also. Yeah, I mean, if you don't love Kay, it's you got issues. You got some issues. Wanda says, we're a blast. Get ready not to sleep at all. Who you kidding, Sandra? You're like, you know what we call Sandra? We have a nickname for Sandra in the group. We call her Sandy Two Naps.
Sandy Two Naps.
Sandy Two Naps is her name in the group.
Like
we came up with that on like day 6. She fell asleep in the nightclub, and we call her Sandy Two Naps.
In the nightclub?
Yeah.
She must have been going hard all day, though.
I think it's Progresso. No, I don't even know. I have no idea. Is it Progresso? Who knows? Mazatlan. Mazel tov. How about Scott freaking winning the trivia and then just deciding to host his own trivia in the middle of the live stream?
Were you answering a question from earlier? I mean, I'm pretty good, I think, about...
No,
Scott
posed the question.
No, with the Progresso.
Progresso was, yeah. Sandy's trying to put it on me. She's trying to pin it on me that I fell asleep in the nightclub, which is, I mean, everybody here knows that that's not true. Sandy was out snoring. You got to see Sandy shake her ass on the balcony too. She's got a she works that backyard a little bit. Sandy Two Cheeks.
Sandy Two Cheeks. I like that.
Yeah, Scott can't get his mind off trivia. Remember last week we were doing this, and in the middle of the chat at the beginning, Scott rammed in. Where's the trivia? Where's the trivia? I want to dust everybody. Scott has hijacked the show, right? Tommy, you know we just got a sent Scott. We just got a sent Scott back.
No, I think he switched those words. We
sent Scott back on the celebrity. Oh, yeah. Scott does love a celebrity cruise ship no matter what. It is what it is. There's nothing we can do about that. He loves celebrity. Wanda says she's not good at trivia and math. Sandra says we have a video of you sleeping in the solarium. I'll sleep in the solarium, but we're talking about the nightclub. This is the nightclub we're talking about. Show me the video of me sleeping in the nightclub, and then we'll talk. Bubba says, Tommy, I'll resend the email tomorrow since you didn't get it. I apologize in advance. Yes, I got to see that email. Big shout out to Bubba. Bubba, we know his story. He went on a cruise with, I still can't figure it out whether it's a platonic friend or a non-platonic friend, but there was also all sorts of a screening process that had to happen. I want to know what happened. Doug mentioned a little bit of the story to me, but it was still a little fuzzy. Positive Vibes Adventures asks me what's my favorite ship. If I have to say my favorite ship historically through the years, it's always been the Carnival Splendor. And I love the Carnival Splendor because it gives you, it's a pretty big ship for a older ship, but it's also sort of one of a kind. I like the nightclub layout. I love the aft pool. It's the best aft pool on the fleet. I like the just sort of like, I think a lot of times with the newer ships, the message as far as what you're going to say and where people should go to. When you're in the Carnival Splendor, if there's something going on, you got everybody in that area. Everybody's going to be in the same area. When you have ships like that are in the Vista class or in this the Excel class, you can have that energy diluted a little bit where people are hanging out all throughout all different places of the ship, and you're going to have that FOMO. On the Splendor, ships like that, there's no FOMO because everybody's in the same spot. It's a long-winded answer for a simple question.
The long way around.
Yeah.
Long way around. I'm sorry. I was texting. I was waiting for a work thing.
How dare you, Kay?
I know. I'm sorry.
Which cruise line does not have a private island? Scott's still running trivia. Which cruise line does not have a private island? None that matter, really, right? Celebrity? Celebrity doesn't have a private island. Did I get that right? Viking, I don't think Viking does, but that's the problem. Scott, your question is subjective because how deep are you going? Just like the whole thing with the ports. Are you talking about expedition cruises? Are you talking about all cruises? Are you talking about super yachts? Just like you're talking about which cruise line doesn't have a private island. I think your question might be, which of the 4 to 6 major cruise lines, which of the mainstream 2,000 passenger and above cruise lines does not have a private island? But I think the answer is... which cruise line does not have a... we'll make this easier. Which Carnival cruise line does not have a private island? You can't really say that, Scott, because they kind of all do. Cunard doesn't have a private island, do they? But if Cunard ever wanted to stop at Princess K's or Coco Cay, I'm sorry, Half Moon Cay, they could, right? Since they are under the Carnival umbrella, I think they do. Holland America doesn't have one. P&O doesn't have one. AIDA doesn't have one, right? Costa? That's not the only one, Scott. It's not the only one. Is it? Is that correct? Is that correct? Does P&O have their own private island? Tell me, No, Sandra, you can't have this one. Now take another nap.
Nap guy.
I'm definitely a nap guy.
That's how you sleep, though. It's like...
That's what happens to me. I'll just get a quick 15-minute nap, and then I'll be out, get a little recharge, and then I'll be up till 6 in the morning again. You know what I mean? I just need my little naps. Keep me going. Sandy knows about that. Sandy takes a little nap, passes out a little bit, wakes up, back on the balcony shaking her ass like it never happened.
She's got her priorities.
Okay, P&O. P&O's private island. Which is P&O's private island? What's Celebrity's private island? She's in... Wanda's in Sandy's gang. It's on now, Tommy. Absolutely. I love it. I do. I pass out. I go hard and I pass out. Meanwhile, say whatever you want about me passing out wherever I pass out. I'll be out running around like a lunatic, eating pizza, doing the things while you've been snoring for 2 hours in your bed already. So that's why. If you're going to be up around as much of a doer of the things as I am, you're going to sneak a nap in here and there. It's just how it is. It's what's going to happen. Bruce Cruz says, I need a nap before dinner just to help me through the night. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. I do the freaking gym every cruise. I'm on the gym for 3 miles, and I do the weights and everything. So, yes, I'll take my naps, and I won't be nap-shamed out here. I will not be nap-shamed whatsoever. Scott, you still you got a disaster with the other freaking... Scott, every question you've asked has been awful because there's no answer. Which cruise line is the only line with bowling alleys on 3 of its ships? Okay, that one actually is okay. That one's actually all right.
You're all right with that one?
It's an easy one, but it's all right. I thought it was going to be which cruise line. It may not be right because MSC has bowling alleys. I got to see which of their ships has the bowling alleys. MSC absolutely has bowling alleys. Are you sure, Scott, that MSC doesn't have bowling alleys on all of its ships or more than 3 of its ships? Thought I just saw a Celebrity cruise that is using Labadee. Is that true? I would love to know if that's true. I got a question for everybody, and it's not a question. I would like to know what happens if you, let's just say, Navigator of the Seas and Mariner of the Seas are both in Coco Cay. They're both there. You're on the Mariner of the Seas. The Mariner of the Seas leaves first, but you don't get on the ship. Do they leave you at Coco Cay, or do they put you on the Mariner? Does anybody have the answer to that question? It's not a trivia. It's a legitimate, curious question that I would love to know.
That's a great question.
Celebrity does use Labadee. If Scott says that's true, I believe him. He knows his way around Royal Caribbean Corporation. A nice disco nap in your robe before dinner is necessary. I've had that happen to me before. I've been in the robe, and I've gotten out of the shower, getting ready for a night, and I said, maybe just 10 minutes on the chair will be fine, and I'll get up and get going. And then I've woke up in a pitch black room with no windows, and it was 1:30 in the morning. That has definitely happened to me. I can't say it hasn't. Wanda says they leave you there. Now, that's crazy if they leave you on a deserted island. Like, how is Royal Caribbean going to leave you on its own deserted island? I'm wondering.
That can't be right.
So NCL is the right answer, Scott says. Are we 100% positive that I know one ship, the Meraviglia, has a bowling alley on MSC? You're telling me there's not two more? You might be right. There may not be two more. Okay, so Scott, you're pulling these trivia questions out of your ass without knowing the answers. Sounds like someone I know, myself. But so MSC has bowling on the Grandiosa, Bellissima, and if you can recognize one thing, if there's one thing that's as certain as the sun will come up tomorrow, Scott is fact-checking Joe Kokomo right now as we speak. I had a feeling, Scott. I had a feeling Joe was going to... I had a feeling somebody was going to know that. Yes, there are bowling alleys on multiple MSC ships. So Scott has asked 3 questions so far, none of which have had a clear answer. Now, Scott, you want to be in the trivia game? It's not that easy, is it, huh? Yes, Daniel. We know NCL has the bowling alleys. I guess the question was, does another cruise line have multiple? 3. And I think Joe just found out that we do have at least 3 on MSC cruise ships. What's the next question, Scott? In which cruising region can it be against the law? You're making that up again too, Scott. I don't think it's against the law. I think it's frowned upon. I think if you go to a lot of the Virgin Islands, like St. Thomas, if you wear camouflage, they don't like that. They don't think that's a cute outfit for you to wear.
Really?
They take it serious, and they take it like, what are you posing as a military person? That's not right. And I'm not mad at them for that. I kind of agree with them. But I don't think it's against the law. I don't think it's a law. I think it's just sort of frowned upon. I'm not sure, though. But I don't know. Scott maybe has the St. Thomas Bill of Rights in front of him, and he knows that it's against the law. I'm not sure. Region. Okay, so he said a region. It's definitely not against the law in Texas. Absolutely, Wanda. It might be. So Tess says Caribbean, Wanda says Caribbean. But again, is it against the law? Is that true? I know they don't like it. In some places, I believe Jamaica, for example, it is illegal. Okay. Tess seems to think it is illegal. She says she believes. She might be right. I'm still waiting for my answer, not trivia. I want to know what happens if I'm on the Navigator. It leaves, but the Mariner's still in port, and I didn't get on the Navigator. See, nobody's answering my question, and I get it because nobody knows the answer. I don't know the answer either. Excuse me, that's a belch. I don't know. I would love to get that answer to find out because while I've never heard of it happening where somebody else gets on another ship, I also don't imagine they're going to leave you on a freaking private deserted Bahamas island. I mean, does that give you unlimited rides on the water slides?
Are they just going to pull away while you're waiting on the island?
Okay. AJ says Scott is right about that one. We are prohibited from wearing camouflage on certain islands. I believe you. I just didn't know if it was against the law or not. If people say it is, it is.
Asking my friend Google.
Which cruise line allows you to bring dogs on board? All of them. I saw a dog on the Royal Caribbean Explorer of the Seas. I also saw a dog on Carnival Celebration. And I know that Cunard allows you to bring dogs as well. Well, Bubba, the answer to that is because I'm saying there's still people that are still on board. Still people that are on the island. Because let's just say the Navigator is leaving first. So there's still 3,000 people that are from the Mariner that don't need to be on the ship. You know what I mean? Or is it an answer to this question could be that nobody leaves till everybody's on the ships? That could be the answer.
That could be. I mean, they're just postponing their next port, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume they're going to start saying your name over the...
Of course they're going to say your name, but...
I wonder if it's... You can hear
I'm just saying,
island.
if one of them leaves, is the question.
No, I get you.
Or cat. You could bring your cat, huh? I've seen the little grass area. Yeah, I know, right? I've seen the little grass area for the dogs on the ships. Yes, they have those. We had the dog on the Vlogger. We had dogs on the Breakaway. So Breakaway allows it. Cunard allows it. Carnival allows it. Royal Caribbean allows it. Scott's killing it with the questions. Scott, I'm kidding around. I'm playing around, playing a joke. But yeah, the questions are a little wacky. Cunard is the only one that allows you to bring dogs as pets. So Scott is basically maintaining that those are service animals or emotional support animals. You might be right on that.
Which everybody's dog is now.
Hold on. So, Scott, your original question. That was your original question. You didn't say anything about pets. That was the original question. It didn't say pets. When everybody started answering, then you said pets. All I'm saying, Scott, it's not that easy to run trivia. When is the freaking ship show starting? Wanda, it's not a good question. You're wrong. It's not. You asked the wrong question. Look at this question right here. Which cruise line allows you to bring dogs on board? The answer is almost all of them. We had a dog on Celebration. Also, officially, it wasn't a service dog, but it was a service dog, but it didn't act like one. All ships allow dogs. I know NCL Royal, so all of them do. 10:23, Sandra says. Sandra is just buying time for the ship show. We know that. Scott says, of these Alaskan cruises, ports, which one can you drive a car to? Juneau, Seaward, Ketchikan, or Sitka? I don't know. Cunard allows your pet or cat or dog. So AJ says, yes, your pet can come on board. I agree with that, AJ. That just wasn't the way the question was phrased originally. Tommy should start white boy dancing at this point. I would pay to see that. There should be like a white boy dance battle. On the group cruise, we'll do that. We'll have a white boy dancing dance battle. Let's see what happens. And you know what? You don't have to be white to be in it. You just have to know how to white boy dance.
That's going to be some entertainment right there.
When is the ship show starting? It's not a good trivia question. There is no solid answer, nor was there ever was. Sandra says, thank God I'm off tomorrow. LOL. Sandra, have you been getting better with the inside jokes on the ship show? White boy rapping. Oh. Listen, I don't white boy rap. I write lyrics now. I don't rap. I did rap on the Patreon the other night.
You've rapped before.
I rapped on the Patreon and did like the first rhyme I've ever done in my life. The first time I wrote a rhyme out in my life was, I think I was 17, and I wrote it down and I did it on the Patreon. That's the type of stuff you're missing, all you non-Patreon people. All that gold you're missing out there with, the rapping, the white boy rapping, the white boy dancing. I was dancing while I was rapping it too. But guys, AMP on Friday. AMP. So AMP on Friday, I do a happy hour, 5 o'clock. And it's, you haven't been on the AMP show, have you?
No, I haven't because I haven't.
You've been running around. You've been on a plane. So.
But I am driving back from Tampa.
I have a lot of fun doing that. I have a lot of fun playing music for people and, chatting it up in there and kind of talking a little bit between songs and, introducing a musical element to the show. The app is called AMP. If you aren't on it by now, go to the AMP app and you search for Always Be Booked, and you'll see the Friday show that I do. It's at 5 o'clock. It's only supposed to be an hour. It was double last time because we were having so much fun. And then I'm going to do a Sunday show, I think, a Sunday night show where I do like yacht rock and slow and soft music to try to cure you of your Sunday scaries so that people, Sundays can be a stressful night because the weekend's over. You're starting to think about the emails you didn't reply to. You're starting to think about the deadlines you haven't hit. You start to think about the bosses who are going to be up your ass for less than 12 hours. And those Sunday scaries are a real freaking thing. I've always had them. And I never knew what the hell they were until somebody said it one day. What do you got, the Sunday scaries? I'm like, that's a thing? I'm not alone? It's real.
It's real.
And so I'm going to play a playlist that is a relaxing playlist. I'll talk you through them between the songs. I'll motivate you to relax and put you in a position where you're ready to take on the day on Sunday without that anxiety.
I like that.
So Wanda wants a freestyle song. You've been on a freestyle kick, Wanda. I love that song, Maria, TKA. That's my favorite one. That's got to be the best one. Yeah, I love Two of Hearts. I love, Yo No Say. I love Spring Love. I love all that stuff. But my favorite, if I got to say my favorite one, is definitely going to be Maria by TKA. Which Cunard ship was the Poseidon Adventure filmed? I don't know. Tess retracting messages. I'm the retracted message police. When people retract messages, I don't know either. I don't know. I have no idea.
I saw that earlier.
Yeah.
Tell us how you guys are doing that.
Well, no, we don't care. I mean, I don't care. Sometimes you gotta retract a message. Sandy's the king of retracting messages. Sandy will wake up at 5:45 a.m., get in the group chat, and just retract a message on purpose, just for the hell of it. Joe Kokomo is taking part in the trivia now too. Which YouTube live did the weekly trivia winner take over the show? I don't know. Why are people really responding to where you can drive to in Alaska? I don't think it's necessarily a takeover. Queen Mary. Scott's just yelling out names of cruise ships now. I didn't completely read the question and had the wrong answer, so I deleted it. Oh, I guess there are people playing along with trivia still. That's great. Why not? 9:30 for the ship show. And if you believe that, listen, Tess, we are a typo-friendly place here. Feel free to bring your typos. I put typos in the freaking questions that I answer. It's not going to be 9:30 on the dot. Sandra, we get it, Sandra. You are dying to get out of here and get to the ship show. We get it. Jeez, you can't be any more clear. All right, John just texted Wanda. We got inside information. It's looking like 9:30. Sandra, you're in good shape. Did you hear that? He just texted Wanda, and it looks like it's going to be a hard 9:30. We got more shitty margaritas to drink. No, I am definitely not drinking any of these. What I am going to do is go to the sink and one by one, systematically, and maybe I might film it for YouTube, dump these freaking trashy Trulies. These are terrible.
They're not good.
See this? Don't drink it. Thank you, Tess. I appreciate it. That's fine. Okay, don't worry about it.
It's on your...
It's on the keyboard. Yeah. The room's on fire now. Uh-oh. We're going up in flames. John is blaming Tommy just like Aruba. Exactly. I am vindicated once again. Vindicated once again.
I think you need to turn it over.
I got to turn it over, right?
Well, it's all hooked up.
Is it? No, we're good.
No, it's all hooked in there.
Just had to turn the keyboard over. No problem. That is a party foul. It happens here and there. What are you going to do? All right. All right, well, I guess that's about it. What we have learned tonight is that there is going to be a white boy dancing competition on the Carnival Celebration. We learned that you can bring a dog on any cruise ship you want. You can also realize that there are very, very few cruise lines that actually do have a private island. And yes, I cannot type, and I don't know the English language. I've not mastered it yet, but I'm doing my best. And I dump Trulies on my keyboard, but everything still seems to work. Flamingo Pam is reiterating that John is ready to go at 9:30 sharp. So we got 5 minutes. We're going to let you go. I want to thank everybody for the super chats. That really, really, really meant a lot. It's very, very, very important. I want to thank Kay for joining us tonight.
Bye, everybody.
Say goodbye to Kay, please. I know some people might have to go to the bathroom. Some people might want to refresh their drink. Some people might want to do a little quick yoga session between the two live streams. But either way, I would like to see everybody back in 5 minutes. 5 minutes for the... No, Scott, there's no more trivia. No, you can listen to Tommy on AMP via Alexa. I don't know how else to get it on Android. Yeah, you can do it basically on a desktop as well. I know it's an iPhone thing right now. The whole thing is still being tested. It's in beta testing, but you can do it Easy, no problem on iPhone, and then you can get it on your desktop. AJ says, Melody and I did launch our YouTube channel, Blind Cruise. Big shout out to AJ and Melody. They have a YouTube channel called The Blind Cruisers. I got to check that out. I will be subscribing to that tonight and looking over. Do you have any, excuse me, do you have any content out yet, AJ, on that? Or is it on the way? But yeah, we're going to get you going, and I'm looking forward to seeing the content that comes from there. Tess Almond says, time for a quickie.
Whoa.
Tess is going to get it in between shows.
Hi,
Congratulations to whoever is in a room right now with Tess. I was going to say you're welcome. That wouldn't be the right to say. That's a typo.
That is weird.
Well, I guess it's a little bit you're welcome because I'm stopping the show. But yes, I got a sub to the Blind Cruisers too. You guys are the absolute best boat drinks cones.